Hmm. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. As always. Excuse me. Sleepy Wednesday. Because it's right after work, which means I don't get a nap, which means I'm usually a little sleepy. But I have my energy drink here, my black raspberry. Pretty good. But how are you guys today? Oop, I see Green's gotten the first. It means Green's the Dino Nuggie for today. Yay! I'm so happy. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I have not been online. Well, at least I've not been on Minecraft in a while. But I've also at the same time, like the little bit that I was on it, I've been grinding a build and it's finally done. I think. For the most part of it, it's finally done if the vines grew. Everything else about it is done. I just need the vines to grow. Which apparently you can't bone meal vines, which is hella annoying because I want the vines to be fully grown, but they're taking so long and it's so annoying. But yeah, so let's see. Last time we talked about three different builds. We talked about the build going up here. We talked about the boat build, and then we talked about the LA build. Well, first off, I don't know exactly how I want to do this one because this is actually that build up there is actually going to be a lot bigger than what I thought it would be. So it's either shave down the mountain till we get to a point where it's big enough to hold the build and the build that's supposed to go around it, or we move it more to the left where there's like this nice plateau-ish kind of area, which I can show. Yeah, I only found out that you can't bone meal vines the other day. Yeah, I didn't know either. I assumed that you could. It made sense to me that you can bone meal vines. Like, if I can bone meal everything else, then I don't see why I can't bone meal vines. Oh, also, if you haven't, I'm pretty sure I did this offline too. I have to remember, even though I play on the server a lot more than what I stream, I forget some things that I put on it, that I've done on here that I don't show on stream. But I don't think I've done this. I haven't shown off this. I've turned this all into grass and it looks so much better. I'm in love with this because now, as you can tell from this direct path, I'm going to have to put a path in, and it's going to start from here and it's going to connect this, and then it's going to come and it's going to go up here, and it's going to connect all the stuff over here from my friends. And then I'm also going to now finally after forever build the path that goes out to Lit's place. And so I put this diorite down so I can have a general idea where I want it to go. Now my curiosity is peaked throughout the build that's going up there. The one that's going on the mountain? Yeah. But I don't think it's gonna go up there because, like I said, that's too small, and I'm pretty sure we would have to go down like a good amount for. I went back to look at the build that I'm actually going to do, and I realized it's a lot bigger than I thought. Like, just the thing that's going inside the build is a lot bigger than what I remember it to be. So it's probably gonna go more over here instead. Yeah. Then again, I've only been on a little lately, so yep. Yeah, my friends, my IRL friends have, well, one of my friends, she finally got her PC all together so she can actually play games. And we also helped her with not feeling like motion sickness when playing Minecraft because we turned off like all the view bobbing and all that kind of stuff. And so now that she doesn't feel sick while playing, they've all been addicted to playing Minecraft. So I've been like, and so I've been almost like every single day on top of, the streaming days. I literally then go on that evening and I play Minecraft with them for like two hours. What sort of build is it? I'm sort of picturing another dragon or something. No, it's not a dragon. It's actually probably a pointless build, but it's something that I made on a different server. And I want it on here because it's a server I don't play on. And I was really impressed with the build. And even if it doesn't get used much, I just think it's going to be a cool thing. Yep, this does look a lot better than instead of the stone. Yeah, like I'm quite surprised on how like much better it looks like because I'm going to do the same pathing. And I thought it would look weird if I did that sort of pathing over stone. So I was like, I'm just gonna change all this to grass and see how it looks. And it looks so good. Like I was quite surprised on just like that simple of a change. Made that look so good. And so yeah, so I'll probably continue it on around towards like Amilo's place, but like still leave like some of it stone because of it being, it is like a mountain kind of thing, right? Like right in the dead center. But the build that I'm gonna do over here is basically, it's just gonna be a little potion shop. That's all. So I'm either thinking it might go this way. I have to measure it out. Well, I don't know why I'm saying little, because it's not gonna be little. So it's either gonna go like right here, and it's gonna go like the long way, or it's going to go over here, and it's gonna go like this way. The thing is, I don't know exactly which way would be the best way of putting a path here. But I do know underneath we have the path that Alex did through the mountain. But I don't think there's any good way to make that path work with all the way up here. So the build that's going up here is either going to be over here or over there. I am not 100% for sure on that one yet. So that one's gonna be pushed off for right now. Maybe I put something else on this mountain that's not as big, but like it's just when I went back to go and look at it, I was like, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Ooh. But how are you, Green? How have you been? Have you seen the other build that me and Cryptid was working on, and then I got on, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and I finished it up? Moki Doki, I am doing good. I'm like ready to go and work on finishing the Japanese house. You want to see it? You want to see the build that we did? Or that she did and I finished? Okay. Also, I learned that the ravine that's under my house, well, I guess more like the tunnel system, comes all the way over here, and is also under here, so I can like dig a hole and fall down, and it connects all the way back to my boat. I found that out when there was mobs under here. Wrong side. I didn't know this connected to that. I apparently had like missed an area of lighting up, and so there was mob spawning down there. Yeah, so we learned that out. It was funny. But yeah, but we go back over there so I can show off. That's something else I wanted to do. I wanted to finish the map too, and also add in a whole bunch of banners that needed to be added. But yeah, but if you look over there, you see anything? Really? It's cool. Yes. I wanted to figure out some way to connect this side to spawn. And I was like looking around, and I was like, you know, it'd be cool when I was like standing on my boat. I was like, it'd be nice to have like an entrance over here. So I went and walked over there, and I didn't even notice that behind. Oh, don't get filtered. I didn't even notice behind the mushroom was a secret like tunnel, and it just came out through here, and like this is how it naturally was. Like we literally didn't change anything. We just replaced the blocks and everything, and then just added some texture, and this is what we came up with. It was the color scheme I wanted to go with because I did it for the new member. Oh yeah, we were filling up all the path down there with diorite. We did that. I did that off stream. But yeah, and then I also took the time and took a resource pack, and I think I lit up all up here with candles, and I think all of this should be spawn proof. At least just up in this area. I didn't go much further that way, and I didn't connect, like it didn't do all the way up to like the Japanese area. But I think almost all of this should be spawn proof. Yeah, I wanted a way to connect this area to spawn, because I know Order was talking about how he wanted to build a treehouse, and I like this area has like the railroad tracks, so I didn't want him to accidentally like dig down into the railroad tracks. Ian's already living in this forest area. I remember you had a beacon on the other side, and so I know there's like a whole floor basically removed, and I didn't want him not to be over there, and so like I know that nobody's living over here besides like Nerdy's place in the mountain, but that's like all the way up over there. And so I was like, this would be like a good area for him to build his treehouse. It's still close enough to spawn, but yet still gives him like his own little area that hasn't really been touched. And so, yeah, I thought building a tunnel through here would be good. Oh, yeah, while I'm below than that, the ground shouldn't be an issue. I also didn't want him to accidentally build like on top of. I also didn't want him to accidentally build on top of Ian's library because I don't know how big it is down there either. Not like I destroyed the entire Earth. Nah, you didn't destroy the entire Earth, but you did a number with the beacon when you had the haste on it. So I figured just being over here where majority is untouched besides a strip mine from when one of my other friends used to play on here. But other than that, I figured he can have those trees over there and build his treehouse. And so I am just so happy about the tunnel and how the tunnel turned out. I have to show Cryptid another time because she was there when we both started it, because I needed her help because I didn't know how to do it. Like I had the color scheme and everything. I had the blocks I wanted to use, but I just couldn't get what I wanted in my head out on the terrain and everything. So she helped me and I'm just so happy with it. Because in my head, I wanted like an M kind of arch kind of thing. And I wanted to use like blackstone and stuff and gilded blackstone. Gilded blackstone as like the decorative block. Blackstone as the main thing and like the basalt and stuff. And so Cryptid just took all of that and the soul lanterns and the lava. Like she just took all that and was able to start it, and I was able to finally catch on and figure out what to do, and added the 3D-ness and then the texturing, and it was just amazing. I want to see, can I see if I'm over here? Probably can. But what you gonna do today, Green? What's your plans in Minecraft? I think I'm gonna try to finish this today. We're like over halfway through the video, so it shouldn't be too much left. I just hopped down and take a look and whatnot. Cool. You can just barely see it. I will say, if a thunderstorm does happen, and if there's a pig in a tree. And if you're not on, I would really appreciate your help if a thunderstorm does happen, because I would need your help with something. I'm just doing a border check. And also checking on the animals. Thank you. We just need a thunderstorm to happen. Also, where are the ocelots? Please don't tell me that one dirt block made the ocelots get out. Wait a minute. Did the okay, no, there goes one. Wait, how'd you even get inside? I'm just not gonna question it. They apparently both got inside the house, so I'm assuming they somehow found some way to parkour inside of here. I'm just, you know, if they found a way in, I'm pretty sure they can find their own way out. Oh no, coat chest filled up again. Kitty's been doing a good job trying to keep like your farms like from being like cluttered and like filled up and stuff, because I know my friend who lives over there, like I said, we've been on a lot, and so your chunk is always loaded in majority of the time now, and a lot of the time the farms always get filled up. So Kitty always comes over and stops by and take cares of them. It's really nice of her. She hasn't been touching the kelp one, really? She's been doing the other ones. I'm surprised she hasn't done the kelp one. Yeah. Um. Okay. Let's do these. So many chickens. So many chickens where? Oh, that's... I'm just gonna let them despawn. Why is there so many chickens? Where are there so many chickens? Let's see. Another farm? Wait, you have... How many chickens do you have? Oh, wait. You mean downstairs? Because I remember I've been down there. Wait, your basement makes chickens? How? I know I went down there when we were working on it, working on the build over here because I needed lava. I just thought there was naturally just chickens there. I didn't realize it automatically makes them. But then again, I do remember seeing the dispenser, but I just assumed that you put eggs in there and it just like automatically like fired it. I remember my pranked in the sky where it rained chicken. I did that, but underground. Oh, you okay? So, what are you using, like raw chicken as a trade with the butcher? There's one chicken in the wall and it lays eggs and it slowly. Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Please. Oh my gosh. Come on. That is actually pretty smart. I didn't even think about it. Whoa. Okay, so I've been thinking about that invite I got for the other SMP, and I think I'm going to accept it. Like, I know I'm gonna be like a nervous mess when I play on it and have to like talk to them, but I feel like at least I should take the chance. I could like really enjoy it and stuff and meet some new people and friends and everything. I'm like, I'm just nervous that I won't have like, that I won't play on it like as much as I need to or something. Mainly because like I have my own and everything. And so I'm like, I'm just hoping like, I don't know. I feel like I'm making expectations for myself already, and I literally haven't even like joined. Oh my god! I'm sure I'll go. I'm sure we'll too. It's just new people, and it's just nerve-wracking meeting new people. Okay, let's see. We need pillars and this one. Because I mean, I love my world and everything, but there are sometimes I kind of wish like to start over, but not like start over officially start over. So I guess like playing on a new server would give me that feel of starting over, but still having this and everything. We get to experience like, because like with all like the new generations, like the new generated, like how the world generates with the new extended y-axis asset, the y, the height limits, there we go, the build limits with the new extended build limits, the new biomes, the new just everything. I kind of just like wondered like if this world had like started now instead of how it did back then, what would everything look like? And as like cool it is to think that, I would never want to give this up because there's just so many good memories behind it. But it doesn't stop the like little longing of wanting to try a new world where that has like those crazy sliced mountains with the lush caves inside you see on Twitter and stuff like that. And so I'm looking forward to trying this out. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I just don't want to disappoint. And like, I think I'll try to like try to do, like if I like get into it and like get into like the building mood and everything, probably do like one day for like my SMP and then like one day for that SMP. Promise that you will not disappoint anybody. Thank you, Green. It's just is the nerves speaking. And you're most likely right. I'm just overthinking it as always. And so I do that to all the sides. Because like there's like just some pictures that I see on Twitter of like these cool amazing like landscape designs or like just the generation, and they're just so freaking cool, and I'm like, I just wish I could have had like I could like find something like that, because there's just in my head I don't know how I would do it, but there's just builds that I want to do because of it, and it will be just so freaking cool. Like I just hope one day I'll like find one of those like breathtaking generations or generated part of the world on this world so I can actually like do one of those crazy builds that's in my head. When I see like other ones. Um Came down to get over here to get fence gates and do I really only have one dark oak gate? Excuse me. Did I only make one? Oh, I think that's all I had was this. Oh, okay, never mind then. And it's also like nerve wracking because I think this is like a season 2 for this like like this server. So like most of the people already like know each other, and I'm just like brand new coming in, and I'm just like, this yeah. Oops. And I'm like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, cause every little thing It's gonna be all right. Yeah, everything's gonna be all right. I just actually have to send the message now and not panic trying to send the message. It just means you can be a new standout star in the world. True. People can get to know you and be like, wow, this person is absolute legend. No, because, or I can just make new friends and be like, hey, there's more people that is crazy about Minecraft like I am. On a different note, I was at work today and I saw somebody wearing a Technoblade hoodie. I was like, no way. It was like I actually saw somebody who likes Minecraft IRL. It was so crazy to see that. And I'm like, I was like, I gotta tell him the hoodie's nice. Like there's just, you can't just not tell him. So I actually talked to a person IRL that wasn't, somebody asking me for help. And I was like, I love the hoodie band. I was like, oh, I just never thought I would see that, but you never know. People who like the same thing that you like are a lot closer than you think. That, 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 that. No! I made one too many pillars and not enough of the other one. And I don't want to use I don't think I can even use my smooth port block. Nope, I can't. So I'm gonna need to go and... Plus I apparently need to make more dark... I need to go see if I no, I have some dark fence gates. Let's go and grab some too. But yeah, and so like it was just crazy because it was the new designs that like he released and everything, and I didn't know what to do, and it was a lot of emotions going on. I was like, it just felt weird to actually see somebody else like, and it wasn't like it was just like everyday life, and then to see somebody else wearing the Technoblade merch and stuff. I think it's like the first time I've ever seen like somebody wearing like a YouTuber's merch that I actually watch, and it's not a convention or something like that. Um, we came for 3 of those, and where's my quartz at? Not smooth block quartz. Come over here. You're standing on my stone cutter. You make one of these. Hmm. Let me see something real quickly. For some reason, I feel like I feel like something in my resource pack is not working. Hmm. I just need to check something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, resource pack. Okay. There is something in my resource pack that is not working. Why is it not working? Why is my resource pack not working? What is... I thought it looked weird, man. Surely thought it was cool to come across another one as well. Beat up the resource pack until it worked. I don't know why. I don't even know when it stopped working. I just realized it. Hmm. I don't know what would be causing it not to work. Hmm. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. I'm trying to figure out if I remember how to update resource packs. Hmm. Wait. That's why. Because it's not the right resource pack. This is my resource pack. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I put the wrong resource pack on. I am so stupid. Because it had my name on there, I thought that was the main resource pack. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. No wonder why it wasn't working. That resource pack is literally the one, is the picture frame over there. It's literally the picture frame that changed it to look like bricks so that blended in. I am so stupid. Okay, good. It looks like it didn't get as backed up as the kelp farm as last time. I can get this done much faster this time. Yo, nice. You're neither an idiot nor you stupid. Aw, thank you, Green. I just did a stupid thing and didn't realize it. That's all. Um. Oh, did you see what I did over here? For inside like the mountain next to the pillar. Were you here for that? I can't remember if it was you or Kitty, but I know I showed Cryptid. But I don't remember if you have seen it. I haven't been over there in a bit. You should go over the we should go over there and look when it's not about to turn nighttime. Wait a minute. Tiny tiger? Who named the ocelot? Can you please stop? Thank you. That's not... Oh my gosh. Stop running into... Can y'all please get out? Okay. One's out. Oh, well, that explains how they got in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Please stop. I'm trying to get them out. Come on. Oh, wait. I gotta open the gate back up. Go back this way. Come on. Go back out the gate. Thank you. There we go. Okay, let me place this block down. Then if you're not busy, we can go over... We can go over towards the Technoblade area. And I can show you what I want to show you. Good. You guys go wander. Stay out my house, okay? Are you also named? Okay, so no, only one of them's named. You know, it must have been Kitty when she's been over here like randomly walking around. Hello, hello, Lit. How are you today? This way, Green. Oh, they are both named. Okay. Oh yeah, that totally was Kitty then. And that totally, yeah. She's the only one I would even think would even take the time to name them. Whee! We jump down here and we go over here. You know, another big task that I eventually want to take on is getting rid of all the torches and replacing it with lights underneath like moss carpet or something, or whatever sees fit. Yep. Okay, say, yeah, but have you seen everything? I added this part, yeah. Thank you, thank you. I wanted a spiral staircase, and I was like, oh yeah, this totally worked. And then I put the candles up in here, and I was like, yep, yep, spiraling staircase activated. Now, I don't know what to do with this, and if I should clear this off or not. Oh, that's the bridge that Krypton and Ian's supposed to be working on. I did not agree to work on a diagonal bridge. I am on route bored as usual, but alright. How might you be? I am doing fantastic. I am enjoying some Minecraft. I have an energy drink, so I'm wide awake, and I am having a lovely day. That's not my job. My job was I added texture. Oh, I still need to add glow lichens around here because I feel like adding glow lichens around the pillars and stuff would be kind of cool at night. But my job was nothing because actually I didn't even have a job. I just wanted to add texture to this, and then I made a stairway coming into here. And they need to connect the bridge, and I guess I need to put a way of coming up over there. But I haven't thought of anything, so that's not my problem at the moment. This was my only thing I wanted to do, and I love it. No jumping, and to make it harder, you are not allowed to use the blocks or you're not allowed to use the blocks. Ooh, kelp. Thank you. No jumping, and to make it harder, you are not allowed to use the blocks or any blocks currently in your inventory. If you take blocks from chests, etc., you can use that. Okay, so no jumping. And thank you, Green. Okay, so I'm not. So if I break a block and it goes into my inventory, is that considered using a block that's currently in my inventory, or is that a new block that I gained that went into my inventory? Like how I just picked up that one dirt block. Does that mean I'm allowed to place this one dirt block? You know, you're not allowed to use the blocks any blocks currently in your inventory if you take blocks from a chest. Because if I take blocks from a chest and put it in my inventory, then it's in my inventory. But if okay. Yes, you can place it if it's broken. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out the best way to go about this. Okay, well, I placed my one dirt block I had. How can I get there now? You know? If only I can mine and wait, if I have a craft. Okay, so if I mine stuff and then use the stuff I mine and make a block, I can do that. Tobe, hi Tobe, how have you been? I saw you've been streaming lately. How you doing? Green, do not let her break stuff. You don't have enough badges to control me. I didn't quite get that. What was it? I said if I like break stone and then I use the stone and make something, can I then like use that stuff I crafted? Can I place those blocks? I'm doing all right, getting busy with work again, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But how are you? I am doing good. I am trying to work my way around this in-game ban I was just given. I'm trying to figure out how I can cheese the system. If you use the stone to destroy the stone, then there are no stones. No, you get pebbles then, because when rocks break other rocks, they become smaller rocks. And the smaller rocks eventually just keep getting smaller and smaller, and they become little pebbles. Which I guess if you can still consider it a rock, it's a rock. But in my opinion, a smaller rock is considered a pebble. Technically, yes, but you can't place the crafting table in your inventory. Oh, well then I just have to find a tree. Wait a minute, you said I can take from chest. Hold up, I got this. Luckily, oh, this stuff is still over here. But I realized if I go all the way down there, then I just had an idea. I'm going down here. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? You know, I'm starting to regret the decision of coming down here because I'm not seeing anything useful. No, there's not a single thing I want. Luckily, there is a bed though, so I can sleep. Oh my gosh, what? Other than that, even though stuff is getting busy again, how has work been? How has everything around you been? What have you been up to? How is life just in general? Sorry, don't hurt me, please. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, I might be able to make this work. I have to see if I can find. Is there? Yep, I take that. So I grabbed 10 bone meal. Take the 10 bone meal. I feel like I might need more than one tree. Tree. Take tree. I get wood. Then plant another tree. Oh wait. Get out of my way, leaves. I took 10 bone meal, so all I need is to make sure I leave 3 in my inventory because I had 3 on me. Come on, come on, come on. Get rid of the leaves. I just need... these faded memories. And 1. There we go. Nothing more. Okay. Okay. Well, now I got wood. I take the wood that I just got and I make a crafting table, which was made with the stuff that I got. So, there we go. So now, bye green. I take this. Now I can place that. Take all the wood. Take the wood. And I turn it all into sticks. I take all the sticks. And I turn them. Green, I've been on the server longer, so I have the crafting table. Also, thanks for putting that crafting table down. It allowed me to use it because it wasn't in my inventory. Thank you. Okay. We get that. I'm out. You just went back where you snagged it from. Also, how is the dark chocolate holding up? As in, also, did you know that the boats are actually slower than boats with chests in there are actually slower than regular boats? No, Green, there was so much stuff in this boat. Oh. Okay, well. Did you put the chest back in there? Nope. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, you know, gravel could do something, and gravel would be really useful at the time. But yeah, I learned that boats with chests in there go slower than boats without chest. And I'm kind of wondering about that. Oh, it's been 10 minutes. I'm good now. I'm out. It's been 10 minutes since the ban. Yep. But my plan was I was just going to use the ladders. And I was going to climb up the side with the ladders. And then I was just going to break inside of here. That's why I made the ladders. That was my idea, but then I was sidetracked by somebody breaking the boat. Oops, ads. Oh, that reminds me. Apparently, there's an ad thingy where it tells you when the ads are coming up and shows you when the ads are gonna play. And apparently, I could make that a like widget thingy in the dashboard thing, and then I could put that into OBS. So now I don't feel good. Ooh, no, what happened, Lit? Did you eat something? Now you're not feeling good after eating it? Or you need to rest or something? Where? Oh, there goes trapdoor. That. Trapdoor. Wait a minute. And get rid of that. And put that. And then that. And that. This looks neat. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I just love all of like Blue Bit's like Japanese builds and stuff like that. And so I've kind of just been throwing them all over here to just like make it a whole like dedicated area and stuff. And I really like it. There's like one other thing that he's built that I might like over here clear out an area and like add like a path to it and build it over there. Not for sure yet. I just know it's kind of big, so it kind of might make sense to do that. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. Just lightheaded, been uncomfortable feeling my. Ooh, you should probably lightheaded means you probably need to like lay down for a bit. Pretty sure lay down. Lay down, drink plenty of water, help with the lightheadedness. Yeah, that's a feeling in your chest. That just sort of depends. Yeah, could be a chest cold. The weather is starting to change now. I had to put a jacket on this yesterday morning. It was so cold when I went to work. Did I put lanterns on all of these? All these have lanterns. All these have top fence gate, top trapdoor. Yep. And laying down. Well, if you move too fast, you could get lightheaded too. I know sometimes going from laying down to like getting up can, if you go too fast, you can just just the movement and stuff. So make sure you're not like moving too fast, maybe. And like Green said, make sure you're staying hydrated. The key thing is staying hydrated. Water does a lot to you, don't realize. Lapis lazuli. Wait, I was supposed to put lapis lazuli blocks. Excuse me? Did I even bring lapis lazuli blocks? How about diamond blocks? Was that supposed to be lapis blocks? I mean, I wouldn't mind taking back my diamond blocks, but I'm just gonna use the diamond blocks for right now. Mainly because I don't feel like going to get lapis. This there. Hey. I mean, I have lapis. It's just I already have diamonds over here, so I might as well just stick with the diamonds. What is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then does it switch when it goes on the other side? Nope. Oh. The night gets cold. I won't be alone. We won't be alone. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's green. With a name tag. Yeah, I like that better, so I'm going with that. And I forgot the slabs. Where are the slabs? Slabs. They all have names already? Well, I named the pandas. I don't remember naming the ocelots. So... yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I don't... unless I've just always have named the ocelot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I think really hard, I think I do remember naming the ocelots when we first brought them back. Because I remember now, I did name the ocelots because when we had first brought them back and we left one on the lead and we went to go get the other ones to bring back, the one that we had brought back on the lead had despawned somehow. So I named it and then stuck it in a boat so it wouldn't despawn. So now I do remember naming them. It was just so long ago. And because they run away from you, I just never took the time to check the name. I just always checked to make sure they were still inside. I didn't even think about that. Whoop. Got 2-liter bottles of blackcurrant splash beside me, and I've already drunk 1.5 liters already. Is blackcurrant splash water? Technically, yes. Is it like a flavored water or something? Or a sparkling water? Is that what it is? Are you getting just enough rest in general, Lit? Because that could be another thing. There's a lot of things that can, like, be the reason why you're feeling lightheaded right now. Whoops, that's not in the right spot. When the night gets cold, we won't be alone. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That, I might say that doesn't look right. This way. There we go. Let me add the oak all the way around. Let's go and get that. These away. Do I have stairs? Slabs. Go and do this. Coming up on a Wednesday. And it's, what is it? Stairs on the edge. Okay. So it's this, and then stair. Ooh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. This. 1, 2, 3. Oop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Corner. 1, 2, 3. Also, I'm pretty sure, what is this? This week's the 14th. Hold up, I need to check something real quickly. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it's next Friday we're playing Little Nightmares. Let me double check real quickly on that. pretty sure next week is Little Nightmares for the first time ever. I have seen the game and I've like seen like little bits and pieces of it, but I've actually like never done like I've never played it nor have I seen like the whole game, so it'd be like a first playthrough ever for me. Um where is it? No, let me go back up. Which one I haven't picked yet? I have to see what yeah, it is next week. Next week on Friday, we'll be playing Little Nightmares. There, now something at Spawn has a name tag. Oh no. What at Spawn has. Oh, wait. What at Spawn has a name tag? Well, let's see though. Through the end of last week and this week so far, I've been going to sleep at 10:30 and waking up at 6 to start my day. Yeah, but even if you're going to bed at 10:30 and waking up at 6, are you actually like falling asleep? Something I just right clicked with said name tag. Oh my gosh, let me go check the mushrooms. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, like I was saying, are you actually going to sleep? Or are you just getting in bed? Are you actually getting a good night's rest? Because I went to bed, what was it? Tuesday night, no, Monday night going into Tuesday. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, which is way earlier than I ever go to bed. And you want to know how much sleep I got? None. I slept, but it was such a lucid sleep that it just did not feel like I slept at all for those, what is it, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, for those 7 hours. I did not feel like I slept at all. I felt like I was awake the whole entire time and then I physically kept waking up. And so all because you're going to sleep at 10:30 and waking up at 6, that doesn't tell me that you're actually getting adequate like sleep and actually being asleep. Okay. Keep the peace. Okay. Sure. Hi, Keith. Why'd you... Fine. Keith can keep the name. Keith the Beast. Yeah, Keith the Beast, alright. You're I hope you're strong enough to take what's about to be coming if a thunderstorm happens. So you felt really sleepy. Oh yeah. I was so tired throughout work, and literally the moment I got off work and I got home, I took a 2-hour nap. Because it just, even though I technically slept for 7 hours, it did not feel like I slept for 7 hours. And it did not feel like I got any rest at all. Compared to last night, when I went to bed at my usual, actually went to bed later because I can't go to bed early or else I just will not get a good night of sleep. So I went to bed later last night and I got, what is it, 12, 1, 2, 3. I got 4 hours of sleep last night and I felt more rested than I did during the 7 hours of sleep. I got my typical 4 hours and I was like, I felt so much better today than I did yesterday. So it doesn't matter how long you sleep, it's if you actually got rest during when you were sleeping. Okay, do that. And then we add slabs around. Is that what you want me to help? You want me to help with the trident them? Yes, I do because um I need them to get struck by lightning, but I'm afraid if I just hit them with the trident that they will die. So my friend suggested if I just hit somebody else with the trident standing near them, then there's probably a less likely chance of them dying from getting struck by the lightning and the trident at the same time. And so then when we can turn them into brown cows, then we'll have both cows. Then we come into this. Yeah, at the end of the other stream when we first brought them back, like at literally like the very end when I was like mid about to end, a thunderstorm happened while it was raining, but it literally only lasted for like one like thunder, and then the thunderstorm was over. So by the time my friend had gotten there, it was already over, which was annoying. But I did get the achievement for throwing a Triton for the first time, which was actually kind of funny. Because even though I've gotten two Tritons, I apparently have never thrown one. And okay. Then we do is like you can do mascot green. I don't know. I think green just wanted to name something, and green just named something. It could be the new. Are the brown cows just called brown cows, or do they have a name like the mushroom cows? I just smacked one of mine with a channeling trident and it did not kill it. See, but that's the thing. It's not going to just be struck by the channeling trident. It's also going to get struck by lightning. Because that's what changes it from the red cow to the brown cow. It gets struck by lightning. That's the part I'm afraid that's going to kill it. It getting struck by lightning and then the chances of it also being on fire. Or maybe I just put a... You think if I put a lightning rod near it, it might help? I don't know. I just don't want them to die. That's the thing. Oh, it's just called brown mushroom. Wow, the normal variety is the red mushroom. Okay, you know, I didn't even think about calling it brown mushroom. I just called it brown cow. It still is gonna have mushroom in my head. I'm so stupid. Oh, but Green, did you hear my whole idea of what I wanted to do after we get the brown cows? The brown mushrooms. Stop calling them brown cows. The brown mushrooms. Did you hear my whole idea for it? Speaking of which, I am curious, do you have a preference method oh wait. Also regarding the sleep message, I had two instances where I slept during the day, not the same day being times where I had a headache. Speaking of which, I'm curious, do you have a preferred method of getting rid of headaches? Because for me, I just end up sleeping and it got better. It depends on what kind of headache I have because it depends on what causes it. Because sometimes just me being in front of my computer can cause me to have a headache, so I have to like step away. Or sometimes bright lights can cause me a headache, so I just need to sit somewhere where it's not bright or dim all the lights where I am. I don't think I've ever used sleeping as a way to get rid of headaches because I just usually for me, whatever I'm doing, I know is what's causing me to have a headache. I usually just take time and step away from it and drink a whole bunch of water until it goes away. I do not recall if I did hear it. Okay, so my friend told me that when you feed the brown mushrooms, the flowers because they give you suspicious stew. If you feed the brown mushrooms the flower of like a specific like stew, because like different flowers give you different effects of suspicious stew, then you'll get infinite suspicious stew of that kind. So I wanted to breed up enough brown cows, brown mushrooms, name them all like some name that's related to whatever flower we feed them that gives you that certain effect from the suspicious stew. So that way, if we ever want a certain effect from a suspicious stew, we just go and find the mushroom that has the name that corresponds to that effect that the stew gives you. I see, yes. So we're going to need a lot of names if you know, if you get what I mean. You think you can come up with some names that corresponds with these different oh my gosh, Cosmo is snoring so loudly. I can hear him through my headphones. Oh, I'm sorry. It just took me a second because I'm like, dude, you're snoring so loud. Like, how do I hear you through my headphones? Hmm. He is knocked out. Is he sure? Thank you, Green. So, like, all you have to do is just look up what each flower. I don't know how many different um effects there is from like the different flowers, but you just look up the flower, look up what effect it gives you, and then just make a name based off the effect from the flower that you get. So I know there's like one I think that gives you regeneration. So you would like have to make a name that will tell you, hey, my suspicious stew gives you regeneration, basically. Mushroom being struck by lightning reverts them back to being cows. I thought it was shears that did that. No, 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 no. Mushrooms struck by lightning turns them into brown mushrooms. Brown mushrooms are the ones that have like the brown mushrooms on top instead of the red mushrooms. The brown mushrooms give you suspicious stew, whereas the red mushrooms give you mushroom stew. And so, since the brown mushrooms give you suspicious stew, you can give the brown mushroom the flowers, like how when you craft suspicious stew, certain flowers give you different effects for that suspicious stew. So if you feed that flower to a brown mushroom, you have the infinite effect of that suspicious stew. Also, Cosmo is doing the sleep. He is dead asleep. I also need to go pee, so I am gonna go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. I am back. I was talking to my mom because she was also up. And so, okay, so let's see. Yeah, so yeah, and so that's like what I thought would be kind of cool. So then we can make like a whole little mushroom and brown mushroom area for all of them to live in, and then we can have infinite food. Having good thing. Okay, so we do this, 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 and then I think that's not, I need to do that. And then, no, how do I? Thank you, I'm looking on your stream by the way. Oh, thank you, X. Thank you, thank you. Do that, then I do this, and I can do that, and then I do that. There we go. Yes, I hope you're having a lovely day, Alex. Lit says hi. Mm-hmm. One, two. Tiring day, more like tiring week. The week is only halfway through. Oh no. Has it been that hectic for you? I'm so sorry to hear. Oh. No. There we go. I've just begun. 1, 2, 1, 2. That. Break this. Get that. Don't know exactly how I'm supposed to connect the ends, so I'm gonna have to look. Continue on the video, I guess, to see that. Those two. That one. And that. I guess it would just come out one right here and then connect all the way to who I don't know yet. With the funeral being on Monday, yeah, it's a messed up week plus extra stress today doesn't help. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alex. Hope you have time to decompress from all the stress and make you feel a little bit more relaxed and having a calm mind. But anywho, I'm probably going to go call it early night tonight. Wish you all well. So I haven't been around much. That is fine. But take time for yourself. Make sure you're in the best mental and physical being that you can possibly be before being here. I want you to take care of yourself first before thinking about others. But get some rest. I hope your headache goes away. And it was nice seeing you today, Lit. Okay, now let's see. How do they connect the middle? Tried to order dinner from delivery from KFC the second time this week and they canceled the order for no reason. What? No, that's horrible. That sucks. Why do you just randomly just cancel an order like that? Wait, what about my mental state? I said I want you to be in your best, like, I want you to take care of yourself mentally and physically, basically, Lit. That's all I'm saying. So if you have to take time away, go ahead and just take time away. Whatever is helping you. That's all I was basically saying about mental state. Mm. Okay, that makes sense now. Like, they didn't give you any reason on why they just canceled your order. I'm apparently out of what I need. Grab me some of these and this. Actually, no. Grab this. Actually, I shouldn't do all of it. Let's do half of it. Because I hate having extra. Put that up. Okay. Yeah, and support tried to email me about a replacement thing, but they literally said if you wish to select another menu thing or wish to proceed with the order as is, please let us know before time. They didn't even bother typing in an actual time deadline. Then the restaurant stopped accepting orders and just canceled. What? Oh my gosh. See, why is delivery apps so finicky at times? Was it from the same place or was it from a different place? Same place and they canceled it both times. The, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, you canceled your, like, how, I don't even know what to say. I'm like speechless, literally, because that makes no sense. There are only two places that deliver fried chicken. The other place, my mom doesn't like the flavors, so this is our only option. Is it the, no. Is it because of it being late and having no time or something? Like, I'm trying to think of like reasonings, and honestly, I can't think of any reasonings on why they would do that. Or like, I'm trying to think of an acceptable reason that they would just cancel an order with no reason, but I cannot think of any acceptable reason to cancel somebody's order without like at least a heads up or some reasoning why. Well, I appreciate that, and I know I haven't really been as supportive as I wish I could be for others, but I do pray I can help whenever I can, because wow, I don't want to go into details regarding the outcome. Yes, understandable. You, blah 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 blah. English. As much as I know you want to be supportive, you need to put yourself first and take care of yourself first. And it's 100% okay that you can't help everybody or don't have like, you can't be as supportive as you want to be. But don't think of it as being selfish at all, okay? Take care of yourself first. Yeah, I know it's not easy. But doesn't mean I still can't say you need to take care of yourself first, okay? We'll always be here when you're ready and feel like you're 100%ly there. That's, and then take this, that, that. Is that how it's supposed to go up? Yeah. There we go. I placed the order at like 2 p.m. So then, what? There's only two places. Okay, literally the restaurant was open on the app accepting orders, then they just close. I placed the order at like 2 p.m. Do they just like randomly have a cutoff time during the middle of the day where they just stop taking orders or something? Like delivery orders? Like they do breakfast and lunch, but they don't do dinner? I feel like who is that even on technically? Is that on the app or is that on the restaurant? Do you need to call the restaurant and complain to them? Or I guess like speak to somebody else, like a higher up of the restaurant? Allium, fire res, azula, blindness, blue orchids, and dandelions both equal saturation. Cornflower equal jump. Lily of the Valley equals poison. Huh. I also learned that Lily of the Valleys are actually poisonous IRL. Daisies, regen, poppy, night vision. Wait, poppy gives you night vision? Tulips, weakness, wither, rose, wither. Ooh, okay, so that means now we need names for that make you understand that allium, the brown mushroom that allium flower gives you fire as, and then blindness, saturation, jump, poison, regen, night vision, weakness, and wither. I think I have all the flowers. I do know that I do have wither roses. No, literally, they were open as usual. Then I put in an order and they just close. It's the wait, it's the skip the dish app. Thankfully, I got refunded and I got an additional $5 credit. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's okay. You got refunded and like you got additional money for it, but it still sucks that it happened twice with the same restaurant. By the way, all those only last a short bit. I didn't bother to see exactly how long, but they are very short. Makes sense. Because I feel like that would be kind of busted if it lasted a long time. But you know, still, it's just for like a little fun if you want to just quickly just grab some food or something. I just do think it's like a cool idea, even if the effect is for only a short bit of time. So this week I got $10 in free food, so hashtag woo, but also really sad. Also, the whole time, things in the support email was so unprofessional. It was like a robot sent it. I gave the name of the employee to the support chat, so I hope they get disciplined. And having to wait additional time for another restaurant to bring food. Plus, we couldn't have the fried chicken we wanted. Oh, I know that feeling when you're having a craving for something and then not being able to get it sucks. It just sucks so much when you can't have the craving that you're craving because you're craving it for a reason, so you want to satisfy that craving. But when you can't have your craving because something stupid like that happens is annoying. Where I think you went wrong is that you ordered from KFC. Well, I mean, Green, where was Alex supposed to order? He said that his mom doesn't like the other chicken place. And maybe KFC is the only chicken place around and they wanted fried chicken. And honestly, KFC isn't that bad. Their their bowls are amazing. I just love like the mashed potatoes and the cheese and the chicken and the corn and the gravy, and it's I love it. There are other chicken places, but they don't deliver. Yeah, that do be the case at times. Not everywhere delivers. And the lime and the coconut, we shake it all up. But do I think that would taste good? Nah. But you can put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. But I won't, because I don't think that would taste good. Let's keep going. We keep rolling. Oak around and around and around. And oak stairs. Okay. Go grab some oak. So yes, I mean, even though you benefit from getting $10 free dollars in food, you still lose because you don't get to have the chicken that you wanted. I totally need more oak logs. I made good progress on the ICH roof. The corner roof thingies are finished, and I'm placing torches. Also built stairs, so the observatory level is now open. Ooh! I haven't been over there in a while. Or at least I haven't been over there since you added the cobblestone on the top of it and everything. So that'd be cool. I have to check that out sometimes. Maybe next time I'm out in that direction messing with Kitty's place. Or just out exploring the world and checking out new things. Or maybe when I go over there and update the map, because I need to update the map anyways. Or actually I can see when I start fitting in more in the map, because I forgot I wanted to do that. I want to fill in the rest of this. I still have this right here I need to fill in. Also, something else I was noticing, literally if this map went out, I think one more block, I think everybody's house would fit on here besides Alpha and Daz. I think everybody else's house though would fit on here, because I think Olivia's house is literally just one more out past Pigeon's place. Pigeon's place actually did fit on here. I was quite surprised. But like, yeah, like right there at that point, and I think that point is just like right below this. So it would almost fit in here. I think it would at least catch the bottom of it if we went like up one more. Because she made a river. I don't know exactly. I don't know. She made it to where the river connected to her river. So now you can like boat all the way to Olivia's place from spawn. But I just need to do this side and then do all of this, which is basically all around there lit. And this right here is literally just below Kitty. So I'm like, pretty sure it could have all fit. Almost. But I didn't want to make it bigger. And 16 seemed like it was just enough anyways. So you're saying we need to break out the walls and then put them out a little further? Nah. We've already worked around how it looks, and I like how it looks already, so it's fine, and it's gonna stay like that. "16 by 16 is good enough. It's already pretty big anyways. It's totally not done, but progress. Oh yeah, I figured you probably still have a lot to do. But no little bit of progress doesn't... No little bit that you have done means that your progress is less valued. Also, I just switched out Keith the Beast for one of the unnamed ones over here. So the two over there are fine to risk. Wait, you don't think Keith could beast the lightning and live? Are you testing Keith's... Are you saying Keith isn't the beast? Are you saying Keith is weak? It took me multiple tries to get the roof corners just right, but I managed with a perfect square bottom pyramid. Ooh, satisfaction. When everything just fits perfectly. What are you doing over here? It's not me doubting Keith the Beast. It's just this. It's just that this test is below him. This test is below him. Is Keith that almighty? What is... Where is this Enderman at? I'm about to... It's getting on my nerves. I don't want it to take any blocks. There we go. I'm at 98,340 channel points, inching closer. Only 1,660 left to go. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let you get to 999 and then I'm just gonna never stream again. Nah, I'm not that cruel. That would be funny though. Forever wondering what that point, what the final point could be. I'm gonna have to start thinking about what to make the reward now. I literally just made the reward just to make it a reward. But I never actually thought of the reward for the reward points. Whoop, that's the wrong way. You're gonna have to think of a second thing because I'm just a little bit behind at 74. Yeah, see, but 74, I feel like I have time to think of a second one. 98,000 is too close for comfort, especially when I stream 4 times a week now. I'm awaiting the special prize at 100K. Oh my gosh. See, now I actually have to think of something, even though it wasn't supposed to get this much traction. It was just supposed to be something that was there. Ah, what am I gonna put? I have to look up now. Man. What is worthy of that many points? Or do I just make it a joke and not make whatever the thing is worth it? You can't put that out there and cannot expect to put that out there and people not to get a little bit curious about it. I mean, I figured, well, okay. So my thought process was back then, I didn't stream that much. I literally streamed 2 times a week. So, oh, you have a flower. It's so pretty. Back then, I only streamed 2 times a week. So back then, it didn't matter to me because I didn't think people would get there that fast. Now that I stream 4 times a week, that's a different story because now people are getting there a lot faster than what I was hoping. So I didn't think about it. Dang, is it almost coming up on 3 years of you following me, Alex? That's crazy. 2 years, 9 months, 28 days, and 20 hours. Insane. Green was literally a whole month in front of you. It's crazy to think how close that was. Especially from 2 different instances. Because I met Alex through a Milo, and I met Green through Dragon, aka Durgan, aka during Minecraft time, pretty sure. Yeah. And it's weird how, well, it's not weird, it's just crazy to think two different instances such close together. Yeah, Minecraft chat doesn't like his name. I don't know why, but his name is not appreciated in Minecraft, apparently. You met Omilo through random chance? I was kind of wondering how you met Omilo. I mean, other than family, you meet almost everyone through random chance. Well, I mean, almost. But then you also just meet some people through other people, though. Cause like, cause like, it all started with me meeting Cookie, and meeting Cookie has let me meet a whole bunch of my majority of my first friends, which some of them have come and gone, and we're not friends anymore. And then some of them we've been friends and then stopped talking for a while, and now we're back being friends. And from them, then it's just been outside of meeting certain people through random chance, and then meeting other people through them. And then you just meet other people. Like, that's how I met Foxy. I met Foxy through a Milo. I met Daz through a. I met Daz through Ender posting in Catcha's Discord for like her in her self-promoting channel about my stream, and that's how I met Daz, from Ender posting that. I'm pretty sure that's how I met Lit. Or I met Lit through somebody else's. I met Lit through somebody else who was streaming and promoting, I'm pretty sure, my Discord channel in there. Yeah, I was browsing Twitch for Fallout New Vegas streams, and his stream I clicked on. I looked for streamers with 0 to 5 view counts. Yeah, because honestly, if you're like meeting 0 to 5 view count streamers is really cool because it gives you the higher chance of actually talking to them and getting to actually know them. But sometimes, depending on like how new they are, they struggle with not keeping up and like checking in on chats. So sometimes it might be a while before they actually see the message. But most people are pretty good about it, and you'll get to meet new people and get to see how you feel about them. Doesn't make that less random. They could have just not decided to introduce you to the other people. I guess that is true. It's all random. 3, 4. Meeting everybody is by chance. Because they took a chance to meet you. And ended up enjoying your presence. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Ended up enjoying your personality. And because of that, that's too tall. One, 2, 3, 4. Now that I think about it, me going to a small streamer with one viewer when I was 14, 15 ended up with me meeting you. Really? You tell a story if you would like to share story. Story time. As I said, today is all about you guys. Yo, advertisement. Yeah. We love those ads. Really? Adult products? Nope. I just finished typing the thing, but I wait for ad to end so I can hear your reaction. Okay. We wait for ad to hear the reaction of how Green, from going to a one viewer streamer, ends up with her meeting me. Was that 4 ads? Also, hi, Pigeon. Isn't it kind of late for you? The Enderman keeps coming back. And I know it's the same one because he has the poppy. Okay, so let's see. I look for streamers with 0 to 5 view count. I followed Amulo April 6th, 2019. And then I followed you November 15th, 2019. See, the thing is, I can't remember how I met Amulo. That's the thing, I can't remember. Because I know it wasn't through a Fallout Vegas stream. How did I meet Amulo? Oh my gosh, I can't. I cannot remember how I met Amulo. And I'm trying really hard, but I really cannot think about how I met him. I'm gonna have to ask Amulo and see if he remembers how we met. I followed you 7 months after I met Amulo. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we talked a lot in his streams. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh, my mind is completely drawn a blank on how I met Amulo. Okay. I met him where I started hanging out with another friend there who brought me to a big group where I made some other friends, and I was with those friends for a good number of years. Then one of them did the collab with Jurgen, and which is where I met you. Oh, was it the Minecraft collab? Because I think I remember playing on that Minecraft world with you. Because I think, yeah, we did play on that Minecraft world, and then that's how we met, and then... No, wait, no. Because I remember the collab. I think it was, because I think it was the Minecraft collab. And then they're gonna let me play also on the world. But then stuff happened, and now, yeah. Pretty sure. It is 11 p.m. It is 11 p.m. Okay, so I guess it's not actually too late. But how are you, Pigeon? How is situating everything for moving? I put this too far out. I was like, why does this look too big? And that is because it is too big. I think I have been on briefly, but I didn't care to play on that world. I played with Rachel on there briefly. But that world didn't last very long. Yeah, it really didn't, because I'm pretty sure that was another time I once again had tried to build my boat and it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure it was that world that made me just 1, 2, 3, 4. That made me just be like, forget this. I'm just going to start my own server. Because I got tired of trying to start something and then not being able to finish it because where I'm playing it on kept getting like reset or kept getting reset or kept ending. So I was like, if you want something right, you got to do it yourself, basically. You follow Amilo on Twitch on September 6, 2018. 2018. That is the year. I know I followed him on Twitch, but I don't remember why or how I found him to follow him. That's the thing. Because let's see. 2018 is the year I graduated with my master's degree, which means that was the year. How was the head pat behind that? Excuse me? Wait a minute, something changed. Hold up. Alerts, cappuccino. Oh, that's why. Why? Nope. No. Hold on, let me test that again. There we go. Thank you, Pigeon. I had to test that again to make sure. Somehow one of my scenes that got, or sources that got switched, so it put it behind. Chill, got everything signed, currently planning and packing unnecessary stuff. Just happy to move. Yee! The stress of moving is almost done. But if I followed him 2018, I had first, that was the year I started streaming. 2018. So I either met him through him meeting me in my streams, or I met him in his stream somehow. Because I didn't get on Twitch until 2017. Because I met Cookie early 2017 when I went to YouTube to learn how to play Rainbow Six Siege. I learned how to play that. So I was trying to learn how to play that. So I went to YouTube to look up a video, and I ended up finding Tio. And in his videos, he said that he streamed on Twitch, and I didn't know what Twitch was. So then I went to Twitch, and then that's when I found out about Twitch, and I was watching Tio play Rainbow Six Siege back then. So I was trying to learn how to play it because my friend had just introduced it to me on console. And that's how like my whole entire like Twitch journey started. And so then through that, I watched Tio, and then I met Cookie through Tio's Discord, found out Cookie streamed, got to know Cookie more. Then we became friends. Cookie introduced me to his friends, and then I had that group of friends, and then from then on, that group of friends made me want to start streaming. And even though I'm not friends with like 90% of that group of friends anymore, I wouldn't ever want to get rid of those encounters because I wouldn't be where I am now without those group of friends, even though I'm not friends with them, besides 2 people. Yeah, I think out of that whole group, I'm only friends with 2 people, but I'm on good terms with like majority of the people of that friend group.
I threw a kid in the well, don't ask me, I'll never tell. I will regret this in hell, but he was in my way. I'll trade your soul for a wish, damnation and sin for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but you were in my way. Your glare was holding. Ripped spleen, skin was rolling. Dark night, blood was flowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just killed you. I'm FN crazy. But here's your left lung. You just died, baby.
Green, what the fud? Where did that come from? What in the world, Green? You know, we're just gonna not question that. We're just gonna Yeah. And then I met, and then I met, and then I met. Well, yeah, that's basically what happened. When you stream, you just meet people and meet people and meet people, and some people stay and some people go. Some people stay, then they go, then they come back because life happens. Not crimson trapdoors. Right? I need. Which way to. Yeah, I don't need that one. I need acacia trapdoors. And I do not think I have enough acacia wood. That's a stone cutter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't have enough. I need to get some more. Plus, I need to get some lapis. Which I'm. Yeah, you know, the diamond stands out too much. I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of lapis too. You had 62 followers in September 2018. Yeah, because. Wait, how could you find that out? But I had 62 followers because I'm pretty sure it only took me. Let's see, I started streaming May. I think. Either April or May. Because I'm pretty sure I got my computer in April. Then I started streaming in May. And I'm pretty sure I hit affiliate August, I think. Through the help of like just knowing a whole bunch of people and stuff. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I ain't gonna lie there. I had no clue what I was doing, but everybody else knew what they were doing. And they were just telling people to go and follow. And then I just hit affiliate. And I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what's happening here. Social Blade, there is a graph in the detailed section that goes back month by month. I think it was May 2018. That was the first available date point. Yeah. Okay. So then I got my computer in in April. Started the first stream in May. Pretty sure I became affiliate in August. I know it was quick because I know I didn't understand streaming, but I didn't do like a lot of streams until like into the summer because I had to wait till after I'd finished school. Wait. Oh, you're talking about this song. I'm like contemplating. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't think really green. No. I can't believe you, Green. I'm not gonna think of that because then I'm gonna start thinking that I'm not. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not thinking that because that's totally not what they're saying at all. Do is contemplate. Contemplate.
All I do is constipate.
Nope. Nope. Contemplate. Contemplate. All I do is contemplate. All I do is contemplate. Not no. Okay, Now that does, on a different note, remind me of a different song that I don't know. I can't think of the name of it, but it sounds like it's saying Mexican monkey. And I don't remember what song that is. And I think it's like up all night to get lucky. But it sounds like Mexican monkey. Hold up, I gotta look this up now. Up all night to get lucky. Yeah, it's this one. Where's it at? Where is it at? I'm gonna find it. I think it's after this part. Oh, Mexican monkey. A Mexican monkey. A Mexican monkey. Yeah, that part. It just makes me think of Mexican monkey. Yeah. Mexican monkey. Mexican monkey. Mexican monkey. Yeah, that song. There's a few songs that you'd be like, oh, it's actually this, but this whole time you thought it was this. That's the one song that came to mind, but I know I have other ones, but I can't think of it off the top of my head at the moment. Now every time you hear that song, you'll think of Mexican Monkey instead of Up All Night to Get Lucky. I threw a kid in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I will regret this in hell, but he was in my way. Oh! I'll trade your soul for a wish, damnation and sin for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but you were in my way. Your glare was holding, rip sheen, ripped spleen, skin was rolling. Dark night, blood was flowing. Where you think you going, baby? Hey, I just killed you, and I am crazy. But here's your left one, so please die, maybe. I get the song now. I had to say, thanks to Green for sending that. Now I get the whole message. I get the whole message now. That was just like my friend had sent me 678 999 something something something, and I already forgot the number. And I was like, "What in the world is that?" And then I remember it was "Kiss Me Through the Phone." After she sent me some more lyrics from it. 678 999 baby. You know, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's funny how, like, all you have to do is send a few lyrics of a certain song and eventually you'll catch on. Like, if you send, like, certain lyrics that are not, like, the catchy part of it, you might not figure out what it is. But once you send, like, the main chorus of the song, then you remember and you're like, oh, I know what this is now. Let me see. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. That means I need 16. $14, 16. Judy, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Nope. Don't know. Not even gonna lie. I do not know. Ooh, and I'm glad I looked over because I would have completely forgot the lapis blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 678 999. Oh, I didn't listen to the Beatles. That's probably why I don't know that one now. The Beatles was not my kind of music. I'm sorry. Yeah, it wasn't my kind. I knew who the Beatles was just from the iconic picture of them walking across the sidewalk, but that's about it. Bye, Green. Uh, my favorite Eurovision misheard lyrics comes from San Mario 2019. So how was the song? They say nah nah nah. The riddle is on a dark descent way. Say nah nah nah. Wait. Oh, I heard on the doctor's orders, please say nah, nah, nah. And it's on a dark, deserted way. Oh. I feel like there's a lot of songs that are like that if you just think about it. There's also like the songs that have like the exact same beats, but different, different. Pretty Green. But different lyrics. Like, oh, I wish I could play it. There was this TikTok that somebody had made, and thanks, Green. I totally did not have enough lapis blocks, and I totally needed all of this lapis. Time to visit one more stream and then gotta go to bed. Have a nice stream. Bye, Pigeon. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. Don't forget, next Friday we're playing Little Nightmares. Also, I hope your dad has a happy birthday. Yoop. We go out here. Norway's icebreaker. I'll be your icebreaker when you're stuck in frozen water. I heard I'll be your ice maker when you're stuck in frogs and water. That's a good one, actually. That was actually really funny. I'll be your ice maker. I'll be your ice maker with frogs and water. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's a good one. Oh, what am I doing? Oh. We're doing trapdoors. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, and that's because the fudge pigeon! Give us 1,000 bits! Oh my gosh, dude!
We'll remember next week, Friday, smiley face.
Yeah, remember next week. First time playing. Oh my gosh, first time playing Little Nightmares. Dude, you got the 10K bit badge! What the fudge? Yeah! Oh, I hear the second one that have the 10K bit badge. Or maybe the third. I don't remember. I didn't even know I was that close. I didn't know either. I'm not even gonna lie. But congratulations. Wait, do I have a 10K? I'm pretty sure Twitch has added so many things that you can do to get emotes. I don't remember if I have a 10K emote. Do I have a 10K emote? Because like you can get emotes for hitting certain tier bits. There's follower emotes. There's so many emotes, but I don't have enough emotes to fill up all the emote slots because I don't have the money to pay for new emotes. Because I go because I love my old artist, but I go to this other artist now that gives me the full rights to my emotes. So if I ever wanted to do anything with them, I can because I have full rights. But to get full rights on your emotes, it costs a lot more money. And so, yeah, I don't think I have a 10K emote. Or I might. I can't remember. I have to look. I'm not even gonna lie there. Founder badge, 10K badge, or even to go from there. All you can do is go up. You never know. Twitch might add some stupid badge for something, and then you'll try to somehow achieve that one too. Take back my diamond. Thank you very much. I have finished the lighting on the observatory deck, which should prevent mobs from spawning. Congratulations, because a spawn-proof place is a happy place, because that way you don't have to worry about it taking damage. Okay, that is done. I'll come over here. I'm gonna have to remove all this freaking lapis. And then these go here. Oh, nope. You go here. There. There. I have to look at that. I haven't even thought about like... Well, I know there's still some old emotes that I haven't gotten redone yet that I probably should. But I think that's only like 2 of them. It's either 1 or 2 old emotes. And then I haven't even ever thought of like new emotes. Because I would have no clue on what new emotes would be added if I did do that. If we did do new emotes, what would we want added? No! Sad face. Every channel needs a pigeon emote, of course. Every channel needs a pigeon emote. Oh my gosh, really, pigeon? Every channel needs a pigeon emote because there's pigeons everywhere. Yoop. Do 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 dum. Ba-dum bum ba-da-dun dun dum. Now I actually got to get in here because I need... You made it! Oh my gosh. Green! What am I supposed to do with all this lapis? I literally use my lapis as blue dye. Because I have too much of it. And it's kind of useless after you do all your enchanting. Okay, but now I gotta go. Bye, pigeon. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Congratulations on reaching 10K bits. And I hope you have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I was trying some hot sauce my mom got me a while back, and this is some really strong stuff. Oh no. How strong is strong, Green? Like, what's your spice level tolerance? And then does that go beyond your spice level tolerance, or is that just like a good kick heat? Let's go ahead and finish this up. We only have like 2 minutes left. So we might as well just go ahead and just finish it out. And we're out of milk. Ice cream? Do you have ice cream? Ice cream helps. It's also made out of milk. You gave me a whole stack of lapis blocks. I can join the rest of my lapis blocks. Take that and my slabs. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough stairs. I just had a coughing fit for a solid minute, and most of the typical hot sauces don't really do much for me when I do try it, which isn't actually all that often, but still enough for know that they are puny. I believe the only dairy we have is cheese in sliced form and in shredded also. Also some yogurt, but I'm not getting into those right now. I feel like the yogurt would be the better option over the cheese, but if you're not going to get in the yogurt, then I guess I suggest trying the cheese, because I don't know if you have any other options after that. You're not doing either, you're just feeling the burn. Also, oh my gosh, no, Alex, you expanded the spreadsheet. Semifinals and final ranking directly to each country page, so you can see at a glance how the entries compare between EBU and DPP rankings. I showed the podcast at the templates, and they were thrilled. Hey, you know, if they are thrilled, that's all that mattered. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. There we go. And then slab, 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 slab. Most done. There we go. It's fine. It's just caught off guard how strong it was. Well, does it at least taste good? Because there's like a difference between having like good hot sauce that's like spicy, but good hot sauce that's spicy but also tastes good. Yes, you did tell me, because then we went on about how did you, because they went from being down below to up above. They passed a whole bunch of, they passed a whole bunch of countries, and then they went from one person failing to actually passing for one person. I remember we went over this. There was a lot of the random discussion on stuff, but yes, we did. Yeah, Jack went from failing to passing, yes. And they went from like being like one of the bottom people to now like, it was like what, 14th or something, or 15th, and you said that England hadn't been finished ranking or something. Okay, that should be everything I need, I'm pretty sure. Do that, 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 that. There's one more episode, yeah, for UK, which I hope will be released in the next few days. Then in 2021 and 2022 entries, probably 2 to 3 episodes per year. Then they are officially finished. Yes, that's what it was. So UK at the moment sits at the bottom because it hasn't been finished. I do remember that. Is it? No, I think I was supposed to go up. Oh no, that's right. And then it goes down. So for a split second when I first put it in there, it tastes good, but then it kicked in and it was too hot to really notice the taste. Lame. I've learned that I do like spicy stuff. Also, I didn't answer today's question in Discord, but I wanted to answer it, but I was at work and then I forgot to answer it because of that. But I wanted to answer that I do like spicy stuff actually. But I do enjoy spicy stuff, but I prefer it to be more of a spicy with a good taste and not spicy with just heat. So like my favorite thing to eat that's spicy is fried chicken, but I'm more of like a mild spice kind of person. But sometimes I'll eat like a little bit hot, maybe a medium. Because there are some places that has a really spicy medium, but it tastes really good. If it's just hot, then I'm not like the biggest fan of it. And the most spiciest thing I had was these 2 times extremely hot ramen, which on a side note, tasted amazing, but I could not finish it because it was so spicy. But it tasted really good though. That was one of those things where it was like taste good spicy and not just a burn your mouth spicy. This one, 2. Put this here. Grab that. And 3. And that. There we go. Yep. Okay. Ocean. Come with me, and we are free. Come with me. I have a full boat, 14 boats in all. Are they all different color boats from all the different types of woods that you can get in Minecraft? Some are different, but not all of them. That is an acceptable answer. Can you keep it nighttime for a bit? Yep. Go right ahead. I will not sleep. Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then I'm assuming we probably do the same thing with the ends. Up at the top. Yep. Let me do that to all four sides. Okay, hold up. Let's get up here. Get rid of that. Thank you. Aww. He's trying to stay out the rain. You know, there's been a lot of extra Endermans lately. I don't know why. It's just been a lot of them, like on the server. And I don't know, I don't think it's rained more often, but it just seems like a lot of extra Endermen in general. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, I finished my food, and well, I guess I want to get. Wait a minute. Blah. All right, I finished my food, and well, I guess I know what to get if I need to clear my sinuses. Oh yeah, that's something else. Spicy food just also like makes your it just opens you up at the same time, which is funny. So whenever you just feel like your nose is clogged, you just need to eat spicy food, and then it just makes you, it just opens the pores, basically. Okay. We just grab this and we go up now. But I'm glad you enjoy. What did you eat? What was food? What did you eat, Green? Red. Yellow. Oop. Oop. Cactus. Tulip. Not cactus. That's bamboo. Why do they cactus? Enderman teleporting around. Allium. Orange tulip. Allium. Orange. Oop. Oop. There we go. Lighting's good. Going to sleep. Okay. Okay, now we just finished off the... I have to do the inside. Oh my gosh, of the crimson wood. Great. Thank you. Thank you. I totally wanted to have to do that. Interesting. I have messages that apparently I have to look at later. There was a sandwich with lunch meat and whatnot on it. And then that's it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do you put chips on your sandwich? puts like okay, so I know when I used to make sandwiches all the time, something I enjoyed putting on them was chips. As in like the Lay's, plain Lay's chips taste amazing and like sandwich with like lunch meat and cheese and like mustard and mayo and stuff like that. I think I've had before, and I think that if we had some, I would add some. I would do it a bit more of recently. Yes, yes, I'm not the only one that did that. I remember doing it all the time because it added a nice crunch factor too. It added a nice crunch factor to the sandwich. Okay, dark oak there. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Dark oak stairs. Grab these. Wait a minute. Come over here, we go up. We're almost done. Literally less than a minute. Wait. And then I need to respond to the new SMP. I need to look at this message that I apparently just got on my phone from something that I hope isn't just spam. But it could be, but we're gonna just hope it's not. And then we need to figure out what to eat for dinner. What should I eat for dinner? Any suggestions on food for dinner? Want some hot sauce? No, thank you. I think I'm good. I'm not really a hot sauce person. Oh, that's what I needed the diamonds for. Where did I put those diamonds at? Diamonds. No, I took them off the corner and I put the lapis blocks like there because I feel like the diamonds stuck out too much. One extra of that. Let's go finish this. The sad thing about this is I don't think this doesn't have an interior decorating. Like an interior decorative. So I don't know what to do on the inside because I suck at doing interior decorating. Okay. Slab? Wait. Then why do people look this here? That seems like a waste. But we did that, and then I need to go get my one end rod that's all the way down here. End rod. And it's at the end. Nope. End rod. Okay, so, hear me out. How weird would that look if instead of putting the iron bar, we put a lightning rod instead. Would it look really weird if we put a lightning rod instead? Because well, maybe this is too close to the wood. I feel like a lightning rod. You think the lightning rod would be high enough up where it wouldn't touch the wood and it wouldn't burn the wood? Because I want to put a lightning rod over here, but I don't know where to put the lightning rod because it doesn't particularly fit anywhere. But I feel like putting the lightning rod up here. It makes it literally 2 blocks away from the wood. Hey, Green, do you have a lightning rod? I feel like the lightning rod would tie in really well with the acacia trap doors on the windows. And we finished! And this is how I do my builds. You guys know now. Whenever I do a build on here that I don't do on stream, this is basically all I do. I just watch through the tutorial and I go along with the tutorial. We finished the Lego build. I don't know if like you guys enjoyed like watching that, but hopefully you did. I know I had a lot of fun doing one actually on stream and not just only doing them off stream. I have copper, I think. I think all I have is 1 piece of copper. That's why I was asking. You. Oh. The wood shouldn't catch on fire, right? That should be high enough. Nobody's gonna be looking up here anyways. I feel like that's gonna be a good spot to keep. Because it'll help keep lightning from hitting that and from setting any of these trees on fire. I enjoy watching you do literally anything, even if it was just staring at paint dry. Thanks, Alex. Also, thank you, Green. It makes me really happy when, like, you guys don't care what I do. So I get to do whatever I'm having fun doing, and you guys just enjoy it anyways. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and the support I get just from having fun. But we've completed the build! And now I have a whole bunch of extra random stuff I gotta go and put up. Now, I think now we need to add jungle trees, more bamboo, add more puzzled. I don't think you can breed ocelots. Then we'll breed more pandas. And add jungle trees, bamboo. We have to turn this into like a Japanese area and stuff like that. Well, I guess it's more, bamboo is more Chinese area. I don't know, for some odd reason, I swear I thought there was torches over here, but apparently there never has been. So, we just add these over here real quickly. Okay, there we go. We'll go put everything up. And then I'll probably call stream after that because 3 hours, we finished the build. On Friday, we're either going to be playing on here or we'll be starting the new SMP on Friday. Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Just thinking about it, I already have nerves, and it's I shouldn't have nerves just thinking about it. I know. We'll be alright, you got this. Thanks, Greed. I know you guys will have my back no matter what we do. And I just gotta remember, it's okay to be scared meeting new people. I got this. Because I won't be alone. It'll be fine. 98,730 points. It looks like I earned 400 points today. So that's, oh my gosh. Points in 3 to 4 stream provided I watch for long enough. Oh no. Yep, I'm gonna have to think of reward now. Maybe I'll ask my friends for ideas. What kind of streams should I do? What reward should I have? Hey, Halo. You don't have a reward? Nah. Hence why it was a surprise. Like I told Green earlier, I just made the reward. I didn't actually plan on anybody actually going for it. That's why I said I have to plan a reward. Yeah, I have to think of a reward that's worthy of that many points. Yeah, I have to think of a reward that's worth that. I wasn't lying when I said I had no clue. Oh, the nice ads have hit you. Prime TV, series Lord of the Rings, blah. Somebody was watching Lord of the Rings and I think about it on stream. Because you do Prime watching junk. Ooh, a slushy. I haven't had an icy in forever. I would love an icy, actually. Oh, I didn't expect to be able to see you from up here. Where are you? Oh, now I can't. Wait, where were you? Oh. Oh, what is... Okay. Yep, I just see the tower. Bank of Montreal advertisement, IKEA advertisement. Yo, I've only been to IKEA one time, and I really would like to go again, honestly. Advertisement over. But yeah, Alex, I wasn't lying when I say I did not have a reward planned. I was completely serious. I do not have a reward planned because I did not anticipate anybody to actually try to go for it. Are you whining at me? Hold up. I'm assuming my dad must have left and gone somewhere because Cosmo has somehow learned how to do the husky whine, and it is the most annoyingest thing ever. So I need to go let Cosmo out real quickly before he starts doing it again. Yuki, I'm back. I'll be back. Backity back. Backity back. I am back. He is back. Hashtag oof 100k channel points can also get me 5 times gifted sub to your channel. It could. That is true. It can do a lot of things, but that's up to whatever you want to use it for. But I want a 100k reward, okay? I am not going to tempt you. You do whatever your little heart content wants. No rush to inflate though. I probably won't because I'm pretty sure I won't make the 100k reward just one thing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have certain options and I'm gonna let you pick. That way, when somebody else goes for it, I'll have options that you can pick from, basically. I think that's what my plan is. Oh, the portal I made goes into Cryptid's vacant one. Where'd you make a portal at? Because you can just try to link it up by taking the overworld chords and then the sky. Why'd you put... Are you trying to do the achievement of trading for villager at sky limit? I already did that one. Then why do you have a portal at sky limit? Oh. Why do you have a portal up there still then? What is the portal for? I'm highly confused. Yeah, you made the portal, but what's the portal and this way others can do it as well if they want? But is the portal going to interfere with Cryptid's portal when she decides to actually put her portal after she's done with her tower and everything? Well, I guess after you I guess once you fix it in the nether and stuff, I guess it wouldn't interfere with it. You're over there. Go down. Okay, no, I don't think you should go through it. Do you think it would be possible to build a portal in the ICH? Yeah, you can totally build a portal in the ICH. Your portal will probably most likely be over lava, though, now that I think about it. Because Kitty sits on the... Well, yeah, Kitty sits on the edge. Your portal will most likely be in between Kitty's and Lit's. But it's either going to be inside the netherrack, or it's going to be over the lava pool that's next to it. So whenever you do build it, I would be careful where you build it. Because you're far enough away from Kitty and Lit. But I do understand the general location of where it's going to come out at, though. You just don't know where you want to build it. Well, but yeah, whenever you build it, eventually we'll connect the path. Because I'm pretty sure it's literally going to be here in these general areas. Hold up. Let me put these leaves up. Yeah, this I'm pretty sure is where it's going to end up. Actually thinking about it, where Cryptid is... Yours is actually going to end up in a pretty safe location, I'm pretty sure. Because Cryptid goes left. And her area is more right of where Lit and Kitty is. Oh, actually, no. Cryptid is right here. Hers goes right. Actually, no. Yours actually probably is going to be... Yeah. So, Cryptis is right there. Yours is going to be somewhere over here. So, whenever you do come out, do be careful. But it will get connected to where Kitty's is because down here, that's where Litz is, and that's Kitty. And you're basically in between them, and you're more right. Just like how Cryptid is like right, and yours is further right. So yours is going to be further back and more right. So it's going to be somewhere in this area. I just don't know if it's going to spawn up here or down there. I feel like if you put it in the basement, it might spawn down here. But does the height matter? Yes, because Litz is in a cave under his house. So that's why his is so far down. Kitty's is right on the ocean. And then Cryptid's, I'm pretty sure, is up in her tower. And so because of hers being up in the tower, that's why it spawned up here. So height does matter on where it will spawn. So basement, I'm pretty sure is going to be somewhere down here. If you build it up above, I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhere up here. Yeah, like it'll probably just spawn somewhere back there. Or depending on how high, it could even spawn up here. Actually, I don't think it will spawn all the way up here, but it will probably spawn somewhere up here in the netherrack. Yeah, it'll probably spawn somewhere in the here. It could even possibly spawn like back here. Actually, I think your best bet, it might actually spawn back here. Because I feel like this would be far enough back behind cryptids. If you go with a higher up one. The lowest level of the basement, one of the corner pyramid or the roof or back lobby of the first floor. Yeah, so with the 3 different heights, I would give you 3 different locations. So just keep in mind, just make sure when you do it and light it, just be careful coming out of it. But it doesn't matter, wherever it will be, we will make it. We can basically make it safe for you to enter and come out and have a path connecting to it. You said doo-doo, I'll definitely be careful. Cool. But yeah. We finished that build. We didn't do anything else that's on the list, so that will be, we will save that for next time. Next time we will finish the map, add in a whole bunch of banners that I need to add in. And then that's going to take a while. But after that, we will probably start working on some of these builds that we picked a location for. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna call the stream there. I have things I gotta do. And just need to get off for a bit. But this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for being on, Tabby. Appreciate you. You're welcome, Alex. It was nice seeing you. And I'm glad you got a lot of work done on the ICH. Can't wait to come and check it out whenever I eventually go over there. Okay. First time. Ooh, 3 hours. Shoot, we went over. We did a long stream today. Let's see. Addie's doing art stream. So Soda's doing a slime rancher stream. It's Let's Paint. Oh no. It is healthy meal review of Usagi today. Should I do? We haven't I haven't. Ali just started streaming again. She was my original artist, so maybe we go and show her some love. It's been a long time since I've actually talked to her, so we will do that. I am going to raid Ali. She is doing some chibi art. Chibi art is so cute and amazing. She was my very first artist. And technically the bit badge and the panels were done by her. Only 1,190 to go. I need to start the raid so it takes longer for you to have to wait. But yeah. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Pigeon, for the friggin' 1,000 bit, you crazy person. Oh my, you just Thank you. By the way, I did take the tower down. Oh, wait, so also, so that is who that is. I was seeing their notification. I was like, who is this person? Yeah. She just started streaming again. I found her when I first started streaming. She was streaming then she took a long hiatus from streaming, and now she's getting back into streaming. There's a floating platform with the portal, but how do you know where you're supposed to jump at, though? I don't know. Not questions from Vass. And I don't give a care, because I'm probably not going to do it for a while. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I love you all, and I hope you all enjoy the stream. I hope you all take care of yourself. I hope you all have a great and lovely day, night, evening. Wherever you are in the world, there's a floating platform with a portal, and there is a hole. I guess you just jump in there and you don't move. Good luck to all who falls and tries to get to achievement of jumping from world height down to the bottom.